Hey guys, it's already 12:30. I'm just done with a business meeting in that hotel. It's one of the fanciest here in Düsseldorf, and I had probably the most expensive coffee of my life, but luckily I didn't pay. And now, since I'm already here, it's of course another perfect opportunity to have lunch with Vanessa. Lunch was really good, but very quick. Vanessa only has 1 hour of lunch break, and until you order the food and everything, it takes quite a long time. And while I'm already in the city center, there's another thing I have to take care of. You might remember that my old Sony camera is still in repair now for over 3 weeks. It's probably by far the worst time to go to the repair place right after Christmas. But I really want it back, or at least my money back, so let's see how the line is. Ich hatte eine Kamera zur Reparatur abgegeben. Das ist für Sie. I got this thing here.
Ihre Karte erstmal drin und Sie kriegen auch eine Kopie jetzt. Aktion erfolgreich, 499. Dankeschön.
It's just so cool. They transferred all of the 499 euros back onto my bank account for a camera that I've used for over a year. That's just amazing. But I won't have a lot from this money. This is barely enough to get my account back to zero. There's just one more thing I have to take care now. I got a coupon for a gaming store, and I don't really have the time to play games, so I don't really know what to do with it. That's a really massive car. There's just one downside. It's one of these cars that you can't drive yourself. You really need someone to take care of that. Crazy how full the city is, probably because everybody has vacations on holidays, so they're going and spending all of their money that they got for Christmas. Danke sehr. Sehr gerne. Schönen Tag. Tschüss. I just transferred it to 25 euros for iTunes. It was a whole lot of fun in the city center. Finally in the studio, I couldn't really resist. The chocolate is less than half of the price. This is like very typical German Christmas stuff. And by the way, it's time to send out the shirt. Ben won, and I was hoping that someone would win that lives in Germany, or at least in Europe, but he lives in Australia, so sending it there will cost more than the shirt itself. But he won, so he will of course get it, and maybe I will be able to find a way to send it out cheaper. A really good friend of mine is working at a post office, so maybe he can get a deal for me. Just one more. Maybe another one. Dann quatschen wir wegen Silvester nochmal, ne? Bis dann, ne? Ciao. Yeah, I just called Clemens. He gave me a couple of tips how to send it. There is a way to send it in a really small package, so no problem with the t-shirt. And we also talked a bit about what to do on New Year's Eve. It's every year the same, no one knows what to do. And there are actually only 3 more days left, so still don't have a clue what to do. Maybe you guys have an idea. Would be also interesting to know what you have planned for New Year's Eve. I think it will be basically just food, a little bit of fireworks, a lot of drinking, and then just falling asleep. I don't know. We will see. By the way, I actually don't even like chocolate, but when it's around, I just eat it. Okay, but now let's check out something that is a bit more music related. I actually completely forgot that I can't play you this track because I still don't really check with the singer and songwriter if it's okay to play you the vocals, and I don't want to get into trouble as I did the last time for the Falling track, where we did the singer and songwriter recording wagon session and at the end I had to delete the video. So let's maybe just do a quick and short edition of Q&A right after I'm done with work. Okay, let's start with the first question. Okay, it's actually not a question. Stefano's just saying that there is a website out called labelbase.net where you can look up all of the labels and even search by genres. So this might be really handy if you're on the lookout for a label for your tracks. Caramello is asking how to turn down a label if two are interested in your track and if it creates bad vibes. The easy answer is, since you have 3 other tracks that are already done, just send them another one instead and tell them, I'm sorry, someone else is already interested in it. It usually never creates bad vibes. Just have enough tracks as a backup that are in the same quality. Jose, I think the J is Jose Andujar. Sorry, it's hard for me to pronounce. So he's asking how to automate a Logic. It's super simple. You just press the A key, it opens up the automation window, and then you just draw in the lines for whatever you want to automate. I'd say the most interesting is the cutoff on synthi sounds, reverb, opening up the reverb, creating reverb tails that fade into the breaks. Also delays and filters. This gives the track a lot of movement and excitement. I think you can get away with automating less if your track is a bit shorter and the parts are changing more. But if you do electronic music, for example progressive music, there is no way you can get away without automating. If you do pop music, it can also work without automating. And also don't forget, you can also automate the volume, not only to fade in and out things, also to get the mixing right. If you have an A, B and C segment in your track, A might need other volumes on the same element as, for example, C. You just have to make sure that the mixing is right in every place. Diego is asking which label he should send his music to realistically, so I think he means if he has a certain amount of followers, how big should the label be? And this really doesn't matter at all. It's all about the quality of your music. It helps if you have a big following, but if your track is really great, even a big or a super big label will sign it. Brian Chipella is asking me to show how my studio is set up. There is not really a setup. The 2 speakers just go into the sound card into the monitor, and then into the computer. That's it. I don't really have a big setup. There is not much cable wiring, routing and this kind of stuff going on in here. It's a very minimalistic basic setup to make electronic music. Brown is asking if there is an age restriction to entering the music business. I'd say probably not. It might be a little bit harder when you get older, just because the music audience is usually younger, especially the audience that is paying to see you live on stage and is buying merchandising and all this kind of stuff. But if your music is really good, it doesn't matter how old you are, what race you are, where you live, what you look like. It doesn't really matter. If the music is good, you will succeed. And that's one of the things that I like about the music business. It might be a monkey business with a lot of strange things going on, but if you make good content, you will succeed eventually. So I think that's it with the Q&A. I was thinking about doing a special track submit edition at the end of this year, where I just listen to all of the tracks that were ever submitted and pick the 5 best ones and show them to you in this special track submit edition. Let me know what you think about this idea. This will also give me the opportunity to just delete all of the submits and let you resubmit the tracks, because a lot of links are not working and I completely lost the overview of all of these emails. So it's now again really late. It's past 10. I caught up all of the time that I lost today in the city center and with this meeting. So now just packing my stuff and then just heading back home and enjoying the rest of the evening. So what are we going to do for New Year's Eve?
Going out for dinner and then just laying on the couch. That's what I want. But you want...
Party! Of course, party.